That said,
wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
How dare you?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Welcome back. Yo, what's going on? Like I said, I've been under the weather, but your boy's back like never before, all right? With that being said, right now we're about to dive into Dame Dash talking about Lyor Cohen. You already know both of them are like arch nemesis, but he be speaking some facts. Sit back and react with your boy. Let's see what this is all about. Let's get straight to the point. Let's go, baby.
I'm assuming this is getting monetized on like YouTube and all that. Do you know how much you make from YouTube? What the split is?
I know exactly what the split is.
What?
Well, I mean, that's my business.
No. Meaning not your business. Meaning you don't know how much YouTube gets for an ad.
Well, let me
just tell you.
No.
It's $6 billion. Last quarter, YouTube made $6 billion off of content creators. They only paid out $100 million. So that means if they're getting $6,000 worth of ads, they only giving you $100.
Right.
So they never give you an accounting on how much they get on the ad. So the reason why I never looked at YouTube, because I'm like, yo, I'm talking about being smart, but you jerking me. And plus, I don't trust Lyor. Period. Anything he doing, I don't trust. I know what he did with music.
Let me interject real quickly about it, because I definitely had to ask you about Lyor. What in the hell did Lyor do to you? Because I've heard you a few times talk about Lyor. I don't know the man from a whole.
It's not what he did to me. It's what he did to our culture, and what I watched him do to other people.
What specifically? What's the gripe?
He's not from our culture, and he pushes people and monetizes the dysfunction of our culture, and he doesn't teach us how to actually make a certain kind of money and keep it in ownership. He teaches us to work for him. He robs us. I've watched him do it. So when we first started to work with Lyor, and he broke up Rockefeller, to me, it was definitely. I'm not going to say that it's another man just got made to do something, but he was the one that would always give someone that option.
Was Russell there at the time?
No, well, Russell, that's another thing. I didn't like the way he treated Russell. I thought he robbed Russell.
They weren't equal?
Well, what happened was after they sold the company that Russell brought, they hired Lyor. So then Lyor didn't own Def Jam, but he still ran it. He worked for Universal. So I would watch Russell come in with a project, and it would be like Lyor would have him waiting in the lobby. And shit like that.
Lyor made Russell Simmons wait in the
not like
lobby?
that, but meaning they wouldn't just give him a deal. They weren't fairly treated, and that's Russell's business, so I don't want to get into that. But I could just tell you, I'd be sitting in the club with Russell and Lyor, and I'd be like, yo, why you mess with him, man? He just so disrespectful to you. Like, why you even... And I'd be in this... And he'd be like, chill, I don't deal with things that way. Well, I'm going to deal with it for you. Like I said, I used to take it personal. I was in the... You remember when his appendix exploded? Mm-hmm. I was at the hospital. I didn't know his mother was in there, and she said some real foul. I mean, it was so racist I couldn't believe it. Like, yo, you better get your mother, like one of those.
That's different, huh? I've heard a lot of stories about Lyor Cohen, though. A lot of foul ones. Word.
She didn't really understand I was in the room, so she said, I forgot.
What she said?
It was some nigga shit. Put it like that. It was something that I was like. She was like, yeah, she just old or whatever. I was like, yo, you wildin'. Like, I couldn't believe
what she said. What you think she said? What you remember?
It was something it was years ago. It felt like nigga.
Whatever piece you remember.
I saw you when you hear nigga. It's a feeling. It's not. I hear other people say nigga all day. It don't bother me. I know when it bothers me. It bothered me.
Did you hear the word?
I told you. I don't remember. It felt like it. It was like 10, 15 years ago, but we had to have an argument over it. So I was like, it felt like something that was that racist. It was so many things. When I first got with Lyor, the first thing he did was try to make me have a beef with another black person on his behalf. And I was like, he said, you with me, right? If you with me, then you got to go to war with me. I said, bro, I got a lot of beefs on the street. You going to go to war with me? Let's not do that. Then I asked him, how much is rich? what's a wealthy guy? You know what he told me? $600,000 after taxes. I never liked the way he would have, and again, I don't like to go off on another man. He ain't here. So, bottom line is, I don't like the way he would treat my culture still. I didn't like the way he talked to the culture. There would be times that he would be saying things, and like I'd be with like Beanie Siegel or something, and he'd say something that was so offensive, unknowing, unconsciously, just demeaning. And Beanie would be ready to knock him out, and I'd have to bark on him so Beanie didn't do nothing to him. You understand? I'd be like, I got it, don't worry. Like, he was just an offensive person. What he couldn't understand about me is that I could have white people working for me. Because he thinks black people can only have black people working for him.
What y'all think about that right there, huh? Let me know in the comments. Run it up, flood it up. What's your thoughts on that? You agree with him? You think he capping? Or you think he got some facts, some points, huh?
So when I would walk in and have anybody white in my staff, he'd go to the side and go, are you okay? You let me know if they're treating you wrong.
Blink twice.
I swear to God, he did that shit. Yeah, the blink twice, the napkin. He used to do it to every one of my assistants or anyone from that culture. No disrespect, but this is what he used to do. So I could go on and on and on and on and on. And also, I just think that every Batman needs a Joker, and he's that clown. So that's it. And I think everybody's scared of him, and I'm not, because of the color of his skin. And it's like he's the poster boy for why you're scared of him. You know what I mean? He's that guy to me. I just don't like how he exploits our culture. And then when he got on the radio and tried to say, who's Damon? And he actually got on the radio and said, yo, I know what they're doing, but I got to eat. How could you like a man that would do that?
I saw that interview on
So
Breakfast
then
Club.
why you don't have a problem with him? That would be my question. How could you not have a problem with that man? He's not from our culture. He eats off us all day, and he makes money off our dysfunction.
That is true right there. He definitely said, hey, I gotta eat. So basically he doesn't care if it's causing destruction because he gotta eat, like he said. And that's kind of messed up, yo.
Why? And then trust them with YouTube? That's how they're killing us. So people aren't even conscious of how they pay out at YouTube or Tubi or any of those things. So what I did was, because I was like, I'm not a herd, especially if he's over there, it's not right. So I use YouTube for marketing, but I went and built my own network. And let's say YouTube gets the ads from Pablo. I went around YouTube and I get the ads from Pablo. So instead of them getting that $6 billion, I get that $6 billion. If I want to split it with a creative, then they'll get $3 billion, I'll get $3 million. But it ain't gonna never be $100 million to $6 billion. But I understand it because no one's asking. Does it make sense to get a million views and only make $7,000? That don't make no sense.
Word.
So that means that the way that I'm seeing things, if any dollar anyone makes at YouTube, if you were really getting paid what you're supposed to, you would be making 100 times more, 100x, not 10x, 100x. So that's why I launched American New.
Yo, he got a point though, cause my brother got a page and it's not monetized yet, but they put advertisements on it. So they're getting money off of everybody no matter what.
It's a real network, broadcast live. It looks like y'all doing a lot of stuff here, but you could get on it right now. And the ads are Nike and all that. So no one teaches us about the ads. They're just teaching us about how it feels to understand when people are viewing you and it feels good. And that takes the place of the money that you're supposed to be making. The fame it gives you, and no one's asking about why they're not getting no money. Those are the questions I ask. The breakdown doesn't make sense, then I got to do an investigation, but I'm never going to be that Johnny. Like, you're never going to be making me do all this work and you're getting the lion's share. It just doesn't make sense. It's the same exact thing that happened in the music business. If there was robbery in the music business, anytime there's a new business, there's robbery. So you have to look for it. You could never think that on the internet and all this new money and BPMs and all of that we not getting completely robbed. No one's even asking.
RPM.
No one challenges the bust down or the split. No one says, let me see how much money you made off that Nike ad. They just want to know how much they're getting. I don't know how much you getting, so I'm not going to do that. I got to know how much. And when I work with my creatives, there's a dashboard. We made this much off a Nike ad. You get 60%, I get 40. Let's go eat. But I'm not going to sit there now because my culture is creatives now. So now I'm going to go put them out of business in YouTube too.
You got a point, y'all. Let me know. Go in the comments, run it up, flood it up. Let me know if you agree with Dame Dash. I think he got some valid points. You understand? See you guys in the next one. If you stuck to this part of the video, consider liking, sharing, and definitely subscribing to the channel, alright? See you in the next one. Love.